welcome to your own YouTube channel Budding Journalists, and I am Vinay Kulkarni here to talk to you on your very interesting subject, that is mass communication and journalism. So as usual, today again the topic is informal because it is regarding the careers in mass communication and journalism, this time the careers which you have after your 12th standard. So we can call it, these are the careers regarding the bachelor's degree in mass communication and journalism or graduation in mass communication and journalism. First of all, what is the eligibility criteria for these courses? Obviously, it is 12th standard passed. So you may be 12th from arts, science or commerce, it doesn't matter. Even diploma holders in engineering or diploma holders in pharmacy are also eligible for this course, and it's very similar to any other graduation course. You have FY, SY and TY in mass communication and journalism. One thing is very important, especially when you select this particular course after your 12th standard. As you are shifting to mass communication and journalism, say from arts, science and commerce, in a way you are changing your stream. So you need to be very careful and take the decision very sensibly when you enter this particular course. As we know, the generation today, when they pass out of their 12th standard, say they are of 18 years of age, they have the vigor, they have the ambition, they have the dream, but they as well as their parents lack information about the courses which are given in the field of mass communication and journalism. कुछ students जो हमारे पास आते हैं, जिनका हम counseling करते हैं, वो students और वो parents हमारे साथ जब डिस्कशन शुरू करते हैं तो यहाँ से शुरू होते हैं कि ये मास कम्युनिकेशन और जर्नलिज्म है क्या. बहुत सारे लोगों को जर्नलिज्म तो पता होता है, लेकिन मास कम्युनिकेशन है क्या. तो आई वुड लाइक टू एक्सप्लेन द कंसेप्ट ऑफ मास कम्युनिकेशन फॉर दोज हु एक्चुअली डोंट नो अबाउट इट इन अ वेरी single sentence and with a very small example. How do we define mass communication? A person, community or organization sends a message to n number of audience through various platforms of media. Say when our Prime Minister, he addresses the nation, so he is using various platforms to talk to the nation, correct? And he is talking with n number of audience. We don't know how many audience is he talking to. So that is a very simple example of mass communication. And when I said various platforms of mass communication, so these various platforms of mass communication are the career opportunities for the students to do their graduation. Now various universities, various institutes conduct these courses by different names. I'll just mention the names here. Bachelor of Mass Media, BMM as it is called. Bachelor of Vocation, BVoc in Mass Communication. Bachelor of Media Studies, so BMS they call it. Bachelor of Communication Studies, BCS, and there are many such names. Now specifically this time I am talking only about the courses in mass communication. I am not including journalism for the time being. I will come to journalism in the later slides. So especially when it is about mass communication, you have to see whether you have these terms like mass media, mass communication, media studies, communication studies, and whether you are getting a bachelor's degree in that. Now whenever you are taking admission for a particular course, as I always say, first take information about the syllabus, take information about the subjects which are taught in that particular course, which are a part of that syllabus. I would like to introduce you to a few subjects. देखिए, जब तक आपको जो कोर्स आप करने जा रहे हो वो सब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं है, तब तक क्या वो सब्जेक्ट्स आपके इंटरेस्ट के हैं, क्या आप वो सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ने में इंटरेस्टेड हो और क्या आप उसमें करियर करोगे, ये आप डिसीजन कैसे लोगे. द सब्जेक्ट्स as we start now, one is current affairs. You should know about the things which are happening in the society. Then language skills. You need to be good in reading, writing and speaking languages. Radio is a subject again, that is whether it is All India Radio or FM channels, the private FM channels which are very popular, that is one of the subjects. Then it is television, television with a number of different genres, right from television channels of daily soaps, science, technology, adventure, food, travel, cinema, etc. Then the other subject is cinema itself, the study of cinema, the study related to cinema. Then it's about short films, there is a subject related to short films. You can make documentaries, that is one more subject which you come across in bachelor's degree. Coming to the other side, next is advertisement. You know how important advertisements are. Then it is public relations. Public relations is about branding, and branding is a very important, and this public relations is a very hot cake nowadays. Then it is about new media. New media is about internet. New media is about online. So the media which is related to the internet is new media, and it is again a very good option. Publishing at various platforms, from print publishing to online publishing. You also have those who are interested in theatre. You have a subject like theatre in bachelor's in communication, mass communication. Then media research, and obviously they also train you in soft skills. Now these are the subjects. If you are planning to go for mass communication, these are the subjects which you will be facing. Go through these subjects, go through this video repeatedly and check if you are interested in these subjects. If you are interested in most of these subjects, definitely mass communication is a good career option for you. Now I'll shift on my focus, as our channel itself is for budding journalists. So now I'll shift my focus to bachelor's in journalism. So I would like you to treat the degree of bachelor's in journalism as it is called. मतलब अगर आपको पत्रकार होना है तो BJ, बैचलर इन जर्नलिज्म, पत्रकारिता में ग्रेजुएशन. Which are the subjects which come under this particular course? Let us see them one by one. Once again, it is current affairs, then it is language studies, these are common. Print journalism, that is about newspapers and magazines. Radio journalism, but this time it is all about news advertisements related to radio and not the entertainment radio. Television journalism, this time it is about news channels and not the other genres of television. New media, this is again online journalism, about the web portals, about the news channel apps which you have on mobiles. So mainly new media related to journalism. It is advertisement, because again you cannot have journalism without advertisement. Public relations, it is a repeating subject. Public relations is also a part of journalism, it comes under journalism. Of course, media research, because no decision in media is nowadays taken without research. Principles and ethics in journalism, as you have in any other field. In one sentence, I would like to give you the punch of how to take the decision. The previous course which I told you about mass communication, say if you are that creative and passionate about creativity, correct, about fiction, I would suggest mass communication is a better option for you. On the other hand, more than fiction, if you are interested in non-fiction, the reality, the facts, then I would suggest journalism is a better field for you. Let us proceed to a sandwich course nowadays which is mostly offered. There is nothing wrong in it, as I will give you the list of the names of these courses and I will tell you in very much brief about the subjects that they cover. The courses, as their names go, it is Bachelors of Mass Communication and Journalism, BMCJ. So make a note, okay, this is containing subjects of mass communication and journalism. It is a combined course. It is also called as Bachelors of Vocation, BVoc, in Mass Communication and Journalism, again a combination. Then Bachelor of Journalism and Media Convergence, that is another name given to it, and Bachelor of Journalism and Communication Studies, BJCS. Of course, these courses come with a number of different names, but what is the main part in these courses? First, it was the course related only to mass communication, then it was the course related only to journalism, and now I am talking about the course which is combining mass communication and journalism. Normally after 12th, most of the students and parents are confused about not only the course but also the institute in which or the university under which they should do the course. I would like to give you a few tips regarding the institute or the college or the university or the department, whatever you call it, through which you are going to do these courses, and the points are as follows. You have to check these things out. One is credibility of the organization. जहाँ पर भी आप ये कोर्स कर रहे हो, how much credible is that particular institute, organization, department or university. Secondly, about the adequate infrastructure. Let me tell you, unless they have very good infrastructure, good well equipped classrooms with ICT facilities, unless they have their computer labs, unless they have their studios, it is not possible to do this course effectively, because this course is mostly about the technical aspect rather than theoretical. Competent faculty, you should have experienced, trained, qualified, permanent faculty who is good in theoretical as well as the practical aspect of it for grooming of the student. Fees should be affordable. Let me tell you, there are central universities, state universities, private universities. Especially the central and state universities have reasonable fees as compared to the private universities. So also select the course as per your budget. That is very important. You have to ask, when you go for inquiry of the course, you have to ask whether in the course of 3 years does the department take you to different study tours, do they conduct visits, because this subject cannot be studied sitting in the classroom. Also ask about their placement records. Overall grooming. Finally, I would just conclude this point about how to select the institute as, when you meet these people in that department for inquiry, if you feel confident that yes, this is the place where I wish to be and these are the people I wish to be with, definitely you can go ahead with this course. I would rather give you a clue. Take feedback from the current students or the alumni of that particular department. They will tell you whether you should go for that particular department, that particular institute, college, university or not. The current students and the alumni. At the time of counseling, again, these students are hardly 18 years old. So they are like a bit confused. They are selecting a very different field and the parents are also confused and they are doubtful whether my son, my daughter are capable or is capable of doing this particular course. So I would like to tell you about certain qualities which you need as a student for doing this course. One is you should be passionate about reading a lot. Secondly, you should have writing skills of different genres. Of course, that can be developed. Third, you should be grammatically correct. Your language should be grammatically right. You should have good communication skills, speaking to people. You should be good at it. Pleasant and presentable personality, that is what you should have, and you can also groom it. You should be humble, you should be polite, but you should also be confident, not overconfident. You should have strong understanding of different aspects which are going on around in the society. You should have a creative and inquisitive mind, because you need to ask questions, you need to demand answers. You should be multitasking. And you should be well equipped with a lot of technical skills. So I would finally tell you how you should be. You should be a jack of all and master of one, because this is a multitasking and a multi-skilled field. Now friends, finally coming to the end of this particular episode, let me tell you, bachelor's degree will give you an introduction, awareness for 3 years and the basic skills which are needed for career in this particular field. Bachelor's degree will offer you that. Secondly, after bachelor's degree, yes, you can take a job and pursue with part-time master's degree. You can, if you develop your expertise in these 3 years in a particular field, say for example camera, you can go for a startup of your own. Thirdly, you can directly go for specialization, saying that, say I want to become a hardcore journalist, I'll do my master's degree. But let me tell you, degree certificate is equally important, but it will help you only to be called for the interview. What happens after that what opportunities you get after that totally depends on your skill set which you have achieved during the course. I can assure you that after this particular course you can get jobs at the assistant level. So if you are planning to come to this field seeing the glamour, the publicity and the name and the fame, yes, definitely you will get it someday or the other, but initially you have to struggle, you have to work very hard. But I can assure you one thing, that after doing your bachelor's degree in mass communication and journalism, आप jobless नहीं रहोगे, you will get an opportunity. So as this video was about more of counseling for budding journalists and those who wish to do career in mass communication, I once again request you, आप जितना हो सके इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचाएं, ताकि स्टूडेंट्स को 12th के बाद और उनके पेरेंट्स को उनके स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, उनके बच्चों के लिए करेक्ट डिसीजन लेने का मौका मिले. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग. स्टे ट्यून्ड. सी यू. टेक केयर एंड थैंक यू.